true story, the actual story, the full story. And we knew this quote from Patrick. I fear nothing because of the promise of heaven, because I have cast myself into the hands of Almighty God who reigns everywhere. If we knew that quote deep down in our soul, and we knew the nation, we knew that quote, we believed it, we would have acted totally different during COVID. And many other examples. I'm just bringing this up because we're just talking about COVID and not. We would be a different people if we knew that quote. Okay. But those are our roots. That's who we were. Right, that's who we can become again. I got a few more. We'll do a little more of it on our podcast, Politics by Faith. But there you go. Now you know the rest of the story. Mike Slater, Breitbart News Daily. Spread the word.
The will count majority.
Coming up right after the David Webb show, Democrats caved into Donald Trump and the Republicans. Chuck Schumer votes, along with Democrats in the Senate, to pass the CR. We'll talk about it.
The will count majority coming up next at noon East after the David Webb show on SiriusXM Patriot.
Emergency strike at any time without warning. When they do, food disappears fast. That's why prepared Americans trust My Patriot Supply, the leader in long-term emergency food storage to protect their families. For a limited time, order their best-selling 4-week emergency food supply and get 4 free 72-hour food kits. That's 12 extra days of food at no extra cost. That's nearly 2 weeks of extra food, free to keep your family secure. Plus, free shipping. Order by 3 p.m. for same-day shipping. All kits deliver 2,000 calories per day of easy-to-prepare meals with a shelf life up to 25 years. These kits that have been rated 4.8 out of 5 stars by tens of thousands of folks like you. When the next crisis hits, you'll be ready. Stock up now at MyPatriotSupply.com before this deal disappears. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com for your 4-week emergency food supply and 4 free extra food kits. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com.
The Cozy Earth bamboo sheets are the nicest thing we own in the Slater home. They're unbelievable. We love, I think about them in the day. And every night we get into bed, my wife and I both say these sheets are incredible. We've had them over a year. Then we said, well, we need more from Cozy Earth because the quality of everything that they do, or at least the sheets, is incredible. Let's see if everything else is of the same quality. And so we bought the towels. Cozy Earth has what they call Luxe bath sheets. They're huge, super absorbent, the right amount of softness. They're perfect. Absolutely perfect. CozyEarth.com/Mike Slater. Use my code Mike Slater, no space, Mike Slater, for up to 40% off these softest sheets, towels, pajamas. They got tons of stuff on the website. CozyEarth.com/Mike Slater. They have a post-purchase survey as well. Tell me about them from me, Mike Slater. A sanctuary awaits at CozyEarth.com/Mike Slater. The right to bear arms.
Religious freedom.
We are.
SiriusXM Patriot presents Breitbart News Daily with your host, Mike Slater.
This is Joy Reid, currently unemployed. Well, I don't know if she's unemployed. She's probably got a bunch of gigs. I guess those are what you do now, actually. But she's not working at MSNBC.
I mean, and as somebody who's, like my parents, my father was from the Congo, and my mother was from Guyana, and so they were the immigrants who came here on purpose, and they got the root away. My mother got the root away, like, it's racist here. That's weird. She went, what are you talking about? We went to Russia. Yeah, they didn't tell me this.
She realized it's not the land of opportunity for people like me. The average salary in Guyana is $3,000 to $5,000 a year. She made $3 million a year. Joy Reid from her failed show. There's no reason for Joy Reid to be famous at all or to make that kind of money. That's insane. she hit the jackpot with the timing of her culture, where people felt that we should be able to voice our current products. She just happened to just nail that timing. But forget about her. Her parents, Joy Reid's parents, met as graduate students at the University of Iowa. Her dad was an engineer from the Congo. I'm pretty sure it's the Congo. And then her mom, from Guyana, became a nutritionist. Her parents absolutely lived the American dream. Like, when you talk about, oh, you know, when my mother came from Guyana, she realized this is not the lane of opportunity for people like us. She went to graduate school and became a nutritionist. What are you talking about? Now, where there was any suffering or difficulty, it's because her parents got a divorce when she was young, and her dad moved back to the Congo, so she lived with her mom in Denver until her mom died from breast cancer when she was 17. She went on to live with her aunt in Brooklyn. That's all you ever thought you ever needed to know about Joy Reid. But I share all that because I imagine her hatred, and I don't know, but I imagine her hatred of America is a misplaced hatred of her dad. But that's not from the good side. Let's just be grateful that we live in America and not Guyana. And I'm also grateful for that I think we're living in a time when people like her aren't given pity microphones. I think it works. I just made that term up, I don't know, pity microphone. So growing up, I was a swimmer, and there'd be a race, and if someone lost by a lot, if they're really struggling, like the 200 butterfly, and they were barely making it to the end of the pool, like everyone else is out of the pool, like that. If it's that bad of a finish, then they would touch the wall, and the crowd would give a pity clap. Yay, you finished. Joy Reid has a pity microphone. I don't know if it's different than an affirmative action microphone. I don't know. Same idea. There's only so many microphones, so boy, go to Debbie, who's in Virginia on St. Patrick's Day. Debbie, how are you? Hey, Debbie, there. Hey, oh, think I hear something.
Hi.
Debbie, how are you?
I'm here.
Good.
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I was listening to your story about St. Patrick. Thank you for sharing that. The comment about driving the snakes out from Ireland, I don't know if this is fact or not, but the way I look at it is it's like an allegory, driving out evil, kind of like the serpent in Genesis.
Yep.
So by his bringing Christianity, he was driving out evil.
Yeah, I like that. I guess the problem is I think 99% of people who hear that story probably think he actually literally drove snakes out of Ireland. Yeah, you know, I don't think they see it as an allegory. Yeah, I mean, they're like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Jenny, thanks for the call. Thanks for making that point. Yeah, like I love that. I love the beauty of that tale. But we're not in a position right now to do an allegory. You know what I mean? We're so far behind. There's no allegory. We need the truth. What, James? You got a Band-Aid? My goodness, what happened? Jamie, I got one more minute of the show left. Come here. Come here, let me see your Band-Aid. We don't need allegory, we need the truth. Just tell us, the full story is so much better than even the allegory. Look at this guy. You gonna be okay, buddy boy? Do I need to cut your hand off? Yeah? No, let's keep it. Okay, good. Let's share the full story of Maywin and Patrick. And then later, when everyone knows the truth, then we can have some beautiful allegory. You just took
Go!
You're healed. It's a miracle. It's a St. Patrick's Day miracle, James. Yes, it's amazing. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful St. Patrick's Day. Slater at Breitbart.com, Slater Radio on Twitter and Instagram. Jamie, say happy St. Patrick's Day. Hi, it's cute enough. Mike Slater, Breitbart News Daily.
Hey, Jody.
Profiting from the financial markets has never been easier. TrueTrade introduces the world's first one-click AI-assisted trading platform. No trading experience? No problem. Just purchase their platform, connect your trading account, download their mobile app, and turn it on. It's that simple. No need to worry about what or when to trade. With just one click, their AI software handles everything for you. No learning, no experience, no headaches. Up or down, bull or bear, TrueTrade's AI software identifies high potential trades.
What's going on here? Another fucking subdivision.
As certified painters, we know that happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter. We want to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. We can reinvent promises to make your happy place your home. Certified painters, that's painting happy. Proudly used Sherwin-Williams paint.
Is an independent truck driver, and he owes the IRS a lot of money. It was terrifying how we gonna have to sell that truck. They were gonna take everything from us. Alco stepped in and got to work on Pat's case. I'm gonna pay me an unbelievable amount of money. Talk about the relief. Listen to Pat. Don't fight the IRS alone. I would recommend opting. In fact, I already have.
Call now for a free consultation. Call 800-611-8892. 800-611-8892. Democrats relief.
Hey, Eggsy. Have a good weekend?
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomas. More than 3 dozen jets.
Are you fucking kidding me? Come on.
Scattered parts of the Midwest and the South over the weekend. Hundreds of homes and businesses lie in ruins. Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves says the storms have driven a couple hundred people from their homes in his state. Here's that the National Weather Service is looking at preliminary data, and we could have as many as 12 tornadoes that came through our state today. High winds expected from Florida to New Jersey, and parts of the Northeast could see flooding rains. The Trump administration and a federal judge at odds on the issue of deportations. Hundreds of alleged Venezuelan gang members. Mr. Trump is
I hope you feel better, bud. Drink some fluids, get some rest.
Saturday, the judge issued an order temporarily barring deportations under an 18th century wartime declaration targeting Venezuelan gang members. When the judge was told that 2 planes with immigrants were already in the air, he verbally ordered the planes be turned around, but the directive was not included in his written order. The White House later said it did not refuse to comply with the court because the order was issued after the gang members had already been removed from U.S. territory.
Are you using our mobile app today? If not, you're ready.
Yeah, mobile order GK88 for Norm.
Alright, North, come on around here.
No bagel, steak bagel.
Shoppers stepped up their spending just a little bit last month, following a sharp pullback in January. Retail sales rose 0.2% in February. It was a small rebound following a sharp drop of 1.2% in spending in the month of January. And checking Wall Street out of the opening bell, the Dow
Here's someone.
75 points on the Nasdaq futures, 46 points higher. More of these stories at townhall.com.
We heard me talk about Relief Factor and how so many people enjoy a better, more pain-free life because of it. If you're dealing with everyday pain, it makes sense you want to try it first. Now,
This fucking idiot in front of me is not paying attention at all.
Their 3-week quick start kit for only $19.95, less than $1 a day.
Thank you.
Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain temporarily, it helps reduce or eliminate pain. Visit relieffactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF, 800-4RELIEF for Relief Factor.
Progressive knows when you own a boat or RV, it's like you're automatically on vacation, even if you're actually a marriage counselor in the middle of couples therapy. But in your mind, you're camping in Acadia, puttering around Freshman Bay.
What's she doing?
Boat and RV are both protected. Your lobster drenched in butter and... Uh-oh. Did your clients just notice you weren't listening? Quick, do the thing where you just repeat back exactly what they said but ask a question. They bought it. Now back to Maine. Earning an automatic discount bundling your boat or
Morning.
Fighting has broken out along the border between Lebanon and Syria. Comes after 3 Syrian soldiers were killed in an earlier clash. The Lebanese and Syrian armies say they communicating with each other in an attempt to ease tensions. However, Lebanese troops have been deployed in large numbers in the area. Families fleeing towards Hamel in Syria amid the overnight clashes and shelling.
Thank you.
The violence comes a month after days-long fighting between the Syrian military and armed Lebanese Shia groups closely allied with the ousted Bashar Assad government. Lebanon's been seeking international support to boost funding for its military as it gradually deploys troops along its porous northern and eastern borders with Syria and along its southern border with Israel. I'm Charles Pillaret. Lithuanian authorities accuse Russian military intelligence.
Maybe a little Jameson.
at an IKEA store in the Lithuanian capital last year.
That might help.
News and analysis now involved.
Truth is the authority. All right, first thing, bring your A game because I'll take nothing less. We're going to have an open and honest discussion with the facts matter. Let's talk about the people. It's common sense. It's principles and policies that work for everybody. I just want to talk about how to fix this country.
Yeah, high at 38 today. Tomorrow it's going to be back up to 70.
If you believe the left, and unfortunately many Americans still do, we're headed for a constitutional crisis. If you believe Maxine Waters, we're headed for a civil war. If you believe AOC, the Democrats are in crisis. She's even going to primary Chuck Schumer, allegedly and probably is. If you believe. See, you can follow that with just about anything and find falsehood when it comes to the left. If you believe that America is exceptional as it is and can continue to be more exceptional as a nation, the left won't have that. They won't agree with that. They don't believe that. They must destroy that belief. They must reinstitute their belief by any means necessary. And they attempted to do that during the Biden administration. Joe Biden, the leftover Clintonites, Obamaites, elitists, leftists, whatever is name or otherwise description, foundation, like Tides or Rockefeller, you name it, all of them. If you want to just look at all of that, what they did and still are attempting to do is to change the belief system in America. You were lied to. Flat out lied to. The world was lied to. This is not just an American problem. The left is a global problem. But here in the United States, we are the big Americans on steroids. Once Joe Biden was inaugurated, I don't know who was signing with the auto pinner. I don't know who was fully in charge of that. Matter of fact, it was a cabal, a committee of activists, elitists, and more for whatever purpose they each saw fit, working together because America is the target. For years, I talked about balkanizing America, and now they had their opportunity during Biden, and they did so with wide open borders, with unrestricted illegal migration, with unrestricted visa overstays. They'll follow through all of this design to balkanize America and change the American landscape. And when Donald Trump stood up to them, when the American people stood with him.
You guys see that completely fraud Mark Rober video? testing the Tesla FSD.
We have a necessary fight underway that needs to be, and in reality will be for some time.
I used to really like that guy, especially with his little stink bomb videos, but his little squirrel things in the backyard.
Legislative branch inside the Beltway, as well as in your state houses, for that matter, and possibly any.
He just stepped in it though.
From time to time, and it will also be ugly on the streets because the culture now is fighting back the American culture, the constitutional republic culture, the country that wants to exist because the people want it to exist for all people, not segments of the population as serfs for the bureaucratic state. Democrats ruled by bureaucratic decree.
He's the one that started making the glitter bombs for like porch pirates and stuff. Way over engineered them, but it was still funny to watch. Had like 65 million subscribers on YouTube. He just did a propaganda video against Tesla. And he's getting called out for it because it's a lie. He just probably bought himself a big lawsuit too. Disney and Tesla. It was basically an advertisement for his LiDAR, his mini LiDAR. Yeah. I guess Trump bought one. He got to sit in the seat, but he can't drive it. Presidents aren't allowed to drive. That sucks. Yeah, Jameson will help. Sip on a little Jameson, help loosen that up.
History going back prior to Trump is necessary to understand how and why this fits and why it is justified legally and constitutionally. Tren de Aragua, and you have to go back in time 20 years ago. They're new to the U.S., they're not new to Venezuela. They've certainly become bigger and more dangerous, obviously, in recent years, with good reason. Because they were propped up and, in some ways, a junior partner to a Maduro regime, formerly Chavez regime, organization, Cartel de los Soles, the Cartel of the Sun, led now by, yes, Venezuelan former generals, I guess you can call them that. Even their logo, the Cartel de los Soles logo, is the same or quite similar to the one that Venezuelan generals wear. They built, worked with, coordinated, and exported a
I did too, man.
Maduro regime to the United States that didn't run around
Sometimes
with tats all over
even
their
a lot of
faces
money
like
isn't enough
Emerson,
for some people.
that hid themselves in plain sight until they were at a point where they could begin to seize powers, not just apartment buildings and units in apartment buildings, but where they could seize power from other.
The only time I
gangs
ever
and
drink
expand their
Jameson really
operations.
is like St. Patty's Day and when I'm sick.
Designation
It's good stuff. I'm just not a huge fan of Irish whiskey.
Terrorist organization is tied to all of this, that their partner, among other partners, by the way, including the Chinese tongs, some of the Colombian cartels, some of the Mexican cartels, and others, other transnational gangs, and even local American gangs for that purpose, or for their purposes, is justified because of the tie to a dictatorial, you can call it a socialist regime, it's really a communist regime under another form, in Venezuela. State-sponsored. Much in the way the Iraqi
Just search his name on X. You can see everybody fucking calling him out on this shit.
You want to call them, are the largest
Eggsy.
state sponsor of global terrorism.
No, you're on X.
You have
I might have reposted a couple
things
or commented on something he said.
With a state-sponsored cartel de los Soles in Venezuela.
I jumped on Alex Rosen again this morning too.
And we are seeing this
about his stupid political shit.
So, how dare he invoke the Alien Enemies Act to go after those migrants who just want a better life? That's their approach. And, of course, they're going to go to the court system. I'm sure some of you saw the news over the weekend of the plane that was headed out. The judge's order from the District of Columbia, turn that plane around. I've issued a temporary restraining order. Well, there's a slight twist in that story. Not the media might. Fact is, that judge had no such authority. The judge issued a, quote, TRO, temporary restraining order, without the second party, as in the administration, being involved in the hearing, the ACLU, and if you have family members in the American Civil Liberties Union, talk with them. Ask them if they are for protecting people who kidnap, who sexually abuse children, commit acts of assault, prostitution, robbery, rape, and murder, and more. Those nice little migrants. That the judge, that the American Civil Liberties Union, the ACLU, wanted brought back to your front door, your back door, your street, your neighborhood. Just to give you an idea of the 261 illegal aliens that were deported to El Salvador, 137 were done via the aforementioned Alien Enemies Act of 1798. 101 were Venezuelans removed via Title 8, that's regular immigration proceedings. 21 were Salvadoran MS-13 gag members. 2 were, and I quote, special cases for El Salvador. These were MS-13 ringleaders that Nayib Bukele posted about on social media. Again, the rap sheets, kidnapping, aggravated assault, sexual abuse of a child, prostitution, robbery, aggravated assault of a police officer, and more. So, the left would have you live with the problem they created.
Yeah, I might feel a little bit chesty today too, but
face it. Whether they hate America or not, call it a different view or not, whatever their convoluted reasoning or lack of logic is, the realities cannot be ignored. They are willing to sacrifice your life, your safety, your security, America's future for their agenda. This is the cruelty of the Democrat Party. They simply don't care about position the elitists who are in charge. $866-95-PATRIOT-957. The Trump administration doing everything it can.
Yeah, I'm not horrible. It's just
safe again.
Little cough.
The CPB One app has been repurposed, and Christie Nome, the DHS secretary,
Thank you.
laid it out.
Trump, on his first day in office, he ended that app. He ended that opportunity for migrants seeking asylum. But now they've repurposed that app as CBP Home. So we asked Secretary Nome, is that app being utilized? Does she think it's working? Here's what she had to say about CBP Home.
It's building momentum all the time, and we're continuing to educate the public about it. But yeah, it's, the last I checked a few days ago, it was getting, it's hundreds and hundreds. I'm not sure if we're over thousands and thousands now, but every day as people recognize that there are criminal penalties for overstaying, especially after you have final removal orders. There's also financial penalties.
Well, it's ground coffee, so it's not that bad. They're definitely not known for their coffee. They're more known for their their baked goods and catering.
Could be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's a consequence they could face.
We slipped on by. We didn't get shot.
And in that population, trend air states like California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, Texas, Louisiana, Illinois, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Virginia, and New York. And so, ask yourself, do the Democrats care about me? Do they care about Americans? Do they even care about the illegal aliens who are preyed upon by the very gangs that traffic them here? Lots more good questions. Don't know the answer. Even if you think it's a bit overhyped, AI is suddenly everywhere. From self-driving cars to medicine to business efficiency. And if it's not in your industry yet, it's coming, and it's coming fast. But AI needs a lot of speed, and it needs a lot of computing power. So how do you compete without costs spiraling out of control? I've got your answer. Time to upgrade to the next generation of the cloud. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or OCI. OCI is a blazing fast and secure platform for your infrastructure database application development, plus all your AI and machine learning workloads. OCI costs 50% less for computing and 80% less for networking. So you're saving a pile of money. Thousands of businesses have already upgraded to OCI, including Vodafone, Thomson Reuters, and Suno AI. And right now, Oracle's offering to cut your current cloud bill in half if you move to OCI. And this is
Yeah.
U.S. customers with an amendment.
Well, there was about 10 of them that voted.
The offer ends March 31st. To see if you're
To end the cloture. They didn't vote for the bill, but they voted to end the cloture, which stopped the filibuster.
That's Oracle.com.
That way they don't have to take the full blame.
The will count majority.
Coming up right after the David Webb Show, Democrats caved into Donald Trump and the Republicans. Chuck Schumer votes, along with Democrats in the Senate, to pass the CR. We'll talk about it.
The will count majority coming up next at noon East after the David Webb Show on SiriusXM.
All right, you guys.
Profiting from the financial
Have a great one.
markets has never been easier.
Yeah, you have a stress-free day too. I might stream. We'll see how Mondays usually aren't good with it.
No problem. Just purchase the platform, connect your trading
Peace.
account,
Love you guys.
mobile app, and turn it on. It's that simple. No need to worry about